Hi, I'm JK, the founder of Elevated Recovery. I'm a sex and porn addiction recovery coach, and this video is specifically for professional men who are in relationships who are secretly struggling with an out-of-control sexual behavior like sex addiction and porn or masturbation addiction. It's for those of you who have something to lose. And I hope this video helps you wake up from this dreamland that you've been living in, this delusion. See, it took 13 years for me to realize my delusion, and during that time I ruined countless relationships, put my career on the line so many times, and on a handful of occasions took risks that might have taken my life or even worse. I'm now fully recovered, and my time is dedicated towards helping other professionals who are living secret, self-destructive double lives. Now, if you are a professional who is married, engaged, or in a long-term relationship, your investment in your delusion is actually huge. There are so many techniques you utilize to deny both to yourself and to others that you have a problem. Even the consequences of your behavior, things such as losing your job, losing your relationship, or even STDs, are completely ignored, or you pretend that these don't exist due to something else, something that isn't your porn, sex, or masturbation addiction. So here's a quick example. Let's say your wife catches you paying to chat with a cam girl in the Philippines or somewhere. This isn't the first time, so she's warned you about this before, but you did it anyway, so she leaves you. Instead of acknowledging that she left you because you constantly lied about quitting your problematic behavior, you say something like, well, I already knew she was going to leave me. Every year she threatens to do so, and this time she just found a convenient excuse to leave me. I'm going to talk about the 10 excuses that professional men who are in relationships give when they watch pornography or engage in sexual behavior. And these are their justifications, your rationalizations for a very serious problem. The first is, I'm under a lot of stress, so I deserve this. And we've heard this a lot. It just simply means that you haven't developed any other skills to manage your stress. Another is, I'm the only one who knows about this, so it's no one's business, who cares? But is it? Eventually your spouse is going to find out. I have a client who's 70 years old, whose wife just left him, and she found out about his problematic sexual behavior that he had been hiding for over 40 years. They'll always find out. Another one is, men are a lot more different from women sexually. We need more sex. Now, this is a big myth, and it's time that you move past it, because women are capable of being as sexual or even more sexual than men. So it's a myth. If she doesn't know, then it won't hurt her. Again, this comes back to the earlier excuse. She's eventually going to find out. And even if it's not hurting her, my friend, it's hurting you. You just don't know it yet. I have a high sex drive. Now, I hear this a lot from all sorts of clients, from female sex addicts and male sex addicts alike. What is a high sex drive? Yes, some human beings are predisposed to having more sex than others or feeling aroused more than them, but that's not an excuse for an addiction. I need to watch porn or masturbate every few days. If not, I get very sexually frustrated. I hear this a lot, and what it comes down to is that you are a person who, since you were sexually active, you've always had a habit of masturbating or watching pornography. So whenever you go 2 or 3 days without doing so, you do experience a lot of built-up sexual attention, and you need that fix of dopamine that you've always gotten. So that's your sexual frustration, and it's not a natural thing at all. My wife isn't down every time I want to have sex, or you might say, I really love my girlfriend, but she's just not into the stuff I like sexually. Well, a lot of the things that you like sexually, you and I know that you only learned about them through watching pornography. Watching porn doesn't hurt anyone because it's just acting, it's entertainment, or women who do it enjoy it, or some other bullshit. pornography hurts people. That's a huge myth when you say that it doesn't hurt anyone. It encourages sex trafficking, it hurts your partner, and it's hurting you. At least I'm not really having sex with someone. I'm just watching pornography. Again, it's still hurting you. It's still going to hurt your partner. The more you say stuff like this, the deeper you sink into your delusion. Now, you may have made a commitment at some point to quit watching pornography, or to stop sexting other women, or to get off dating apps while you're in a relationship. You may have good intentions. I know because I've been there. But when you're caught not living up to that commitment that you made, you start dropping all these lies and excuses. And if you're watching this right now and you're still defending one of those excuses which I mentioned, then you're defending a lie. One of those excuses might be some sort of scientific fact, but your addiction, your out of control sexual behavior has nothing to do with any of these facts. You are not addicted to porn because you have a high sex drive. You're not paying escorts because your wife isn't into anal sex. You're doing these things because you have a problem, an out of control sexual behavior. Let's say that your girlfriend or fiance asks you why you said you'd be in one city for a business trip, but you ended up in a different city, maybe visiting an escort or a mistress or something related to your sexual behavior. So you lie to her and she doesn't believe you. Now you get pissed off that she doesn't trust you. You start assuming that she has trust issues and that even if you were telling her the truth, she still wouldn't trust you. So do you see the sort of delusion that you're in? You are riding your emotions of being caught in a lie right into your belief that your girlfriend, your wife, or your partner has trust issues. Here's the thing. You know you lie a lot. And because you live alone in a world of lies, you start believing that everyone else lies. Sometimes you even look at your wife, your girlfriend, and you think, I bet she's fucking cheating on me. You get paranoid. You live in a world without trust. And you think that you fucked up so much that if you were ever found out, there would be no mercy. You are convinced that everyone would judge you. Your wife, your mother-in-law, your kids, your girlfriend's friends. You've done this so many times, whether it's visiting escorts or having other relationships outside your main relationships. You've done it so much that there's this constant underlying fear and paranoia that you will be discovered and unmasked as a lying, manipulative, untrustworthy human being. And to make matters worse, this behavior extends to other areas of your life. You never take responsibility. It's always your wife, it's always your coworkers, your asshole of a boss, always someone else, but never you. You know, you are protecting something. That thing is your out of control sexual behavior. It's the only way that you can medicate that. It's the only way that you can soothe the pain, the stress, the challenges in your life. You can't let it go, and you will lie, blame, and manipulate to protect this. You might be sitting there watching this, and for a moment I might have cut through your bullshit, but within seconds of this video ending, you're going to rationalize one of those excuses I mentioned earlier and go back to your lonely, isolated world of lies. I've done it so many times. It is possible to recover. I struggled with this for 13 years, and if you have the right sort of support, you develop skills to cope with situations that lead you to acting out sexually. You can eliminate all of these excuses and replace them with healthy, positive, and actually empowering beliefs. I know it's so hard to seek help, especially for you, because when you struggle with this problem, you have a habit of being paranoid and not trusting anyone. And we know the risks. No one wants to be judged or shamed for having this problem. One way to recovery is by working with a professional recovery coach. That's what I do. I help you to stop living your double life. You learn exactly how this problem is affecting your life, and together we begin to undo the years of damage that have been done. We'll develop new values. You'll learn to rebuild your relationship with your spouse or partner. I'll guide you through forgiving yourself. And we're going to get through all the bullshit, all the lies, all the anxiety, all the delusions that you've been living with. If your potential has been held back in your career by this behavior, we're going to jumpstart your ambition. My goal is to take every obstacle out of your way, clean up your mind, and get you to a place so far and so pure that when you look back on your sexual behavior today, it'll seem like nothing but a bad dream. And your world doesn't have to come crashing down around you before you seek help. If you have an out-of-control sexual behavior, you're already walking a thin line, and you know it. So click on the link in the description, visit elevatedrecovery.org/appointment, or call my office to schedule a consultation with me today. It's time to leave that double life behind.